Hi, this is Tina's Pet Life, and this is my exclusive interview with SexWorkers101.
Alright, so as you can see, we got Tina in the building.
Tina in the building.
We tried to get her before she left, but she's back now, and we happy that we got her. We got her back into the community,
Yes.
and we love that. We love that for us. We love that for the fans. So, I know everybody wants to know. I want to know. I pretty much already asked you, but I know they want to know all the juicy details. How did you get into the foot fetish community?
So I have to give much love to, Foot Quality, because he discovered me. We were doing a regular, modeling shoot, and then he was like, you might have a promising career with, these feet right here. So I was like, well, let me see, what's going on.
Let me see what it do.
What's going on, So yeah, and then he, helped me out. I, started making connections with other people in the community. Started, going really well, and I really found that I liked it. I had fun. I liked doing it, and I ended up developing my own kind of, fetish for it.
Okay.
And I started really enjoying it.
We're gonna have to dig deeper into that own fetish. We love models who have their own fetish. We like that. Okay. So I met you a while back.
Yeah.
You had a different name.
Yes.
What made you change your name?
So it was Category is Toes. I like that name, but I picked it based on what interest that I was in at the time, which is very LGBTQ. If you're in the LGBTQ community, the ball scene is category is boom, and then it's whatever the category is. So I was like, oh, Category is Toes. But this time I was I wanted to have something that had a little bit more of my name incorporated into it. So that's why now it's Tina's Pet Life, because I'm not just about toes. I'm
Right.
a dom. I'm
It's the whole Fet lifestyle. I like that.
Exactly.
I like that name. I see how you did the first name, and now listening to the second name, I'm like, okay, I can see that. You into the whole fetish lifestyle.
I want it to be inclusive, because I'm not just about toes.
I mean, the toes is popping though. I have seen them, and now that I've got to see them up close,
they are.
I'm not gonna lie. I see why you guys love them. I'm not, I'm a new fan. I just, this is my first time seeing them up close, and I definitely see why you guys go crazy over Tina's toes. So
that's why the second name was TinasToeTrap.
I remember that.
I liked that
remember
name
we
too.
made the the design and everything. Okay, that was cool.
Exactly. So
I'll never forget that.
Shout out to you for that, because I love that design.
Right, that was one of my favorite ones I did.
It was a really good one.
Okay, so now that I threw that out there, now I gotta ask you, what made you leave the industry and what made you come back?
So I left because I wanted to focus more on my solar business. So I'm still doing that, but I came back because I missed it.
Right.
It was honestly really fun.
Solar Souls. That might actually be a fire name.
Now that's a fire name.
Nobody better not take that.
I know. I'm like, yo,
we're gonna do
take
something
that.
with that.
Mine. Yeah, we got to do something with that.
Right, we're
That
gonna
was
have to drop
good.
something with that.
That was a good one. Honestly, I'm into that actually. But
Right, that's fire.
So I came back because I'm I miss the community. I miss the friends that I made. I like doing it. I had fun. I like getting my feet worshipped.
Right.
And I liked making the content, being creative in that way. So.
Right, I love to see people get creative with their content and try new things and make it interesting, add storylines and whatnot. That's always been pretty dope to me. I feel like everybody shows their creativity in different ways, but just seeing models and fetish people bring stuff to life. They bring fantasies to life, and I love that. That's so dope to me.
Exactly.
Dang, that's really crazy. Okay, I know what's my favorite color to see you get on your feet. What's your favorite color to get?
Honestly, I have my favorite color on now.
Is it the French?
manicure.
You know what's crazy? Because that's mine too, but you trying to be like me or whatever is cool, like, because we friends and stuff, but you ain't gotta try to be like me.
Don't try to be like me, like, don't copy me, no. I'm like, I didn't realize it until I just got it this time, honestly. So I'm like, I don't know that I ever featured it on my page before, to be honest. Like, I always had white, red, like, I did a metallic looking color, like, and I'm like, I like those, but then I got these, and I was like, these are on point. Like, this is everything. And then, like, to match, I'm like, there's no, but,
and I feel like with French, you just can't miss. Like some other colors, if it's not the right red or the right blue, it'll be off, you know? So with French on the nails or on the feet, it's like, damn, like it's bomb on anybody every time. It's killing it. So
it's a classic.
Right.
It's a classic.
You definitely got to feature that more on your page. I think they would love that.
No, I do. I'm like, I'm going to do a lot more shoots with these because these are fresh. So I'm like, I'm definitely going to do a lot more shoots with these and put these all on all my pages.
Okay.
There's everything.
And you guys, I know you guys are going to watch this at home. As you can see, we out in the wilderness doing this. When you catch people for these interviews, I'm going to let you guys know right now, you got to catch them exactly where they at. So, as you can see, I pulled up and we in the wild. Not really the wild, but the wild for where we at. But, okay.
It's not the wild west.
I know a lot of foot boys always ask you, they probably wait till sessions or they DM you about stuff like this, but what are some of your favorite things to do outside of the foot fetish community?
So, I like the hobbies.
Yes.
Oh, I love to hike.
Okay.
I like doing a lot of like outdoor stuff, like, and I like doing like earthing and grounding, which is just like getting your feet into like the soil or the beach, like sand, you know.
Somebody at home is just melting hearing this. I know it. Somebody who loves like dirt and grass and feet all together is like, oh my God, she's my favorite. I love that, actually.
I be doing all of that shit. I'm like, there's a lot of like health benefits to doing that stuff too, because I'm very spiritual. So I'm like, it's a really different connection to like the earth when you put your feet into the soil.
Yeah.
Like, it gets rid of all those free radicals. So I'm like, everybody should go do that. I like doing I like playing with dogs. I'm a big fan of dogs. So I'm like, if you have a dog, points for me, points for you.
I should have brought my damn dog. Yeah, she would have been running around. Her name's Stormy.
Yes. See, that's why I'm like, you're like, oh, she's gonna be too loud. I'm like, I would have loved that. I'm like,
right. You would have loved that.
I would have loved that. I'd be like, yeah. I love dogs. I love to travel. I've been to like Australia, different places in Europe, the Caribbean, Mexico. I'm like, I love to travel. I like exploring new places. I like to dance. Not the type of dancing that, you know, maybe you might think when people say dancing, but I just like to dance. You know, I like clubs or whatever the fuck, you know, going a lounge, whatever the fuck. I like to sing. I actually have a decent voice. I mean, that might be a little humble, might be a little bit more than decent. But I love to sing. What else? I like to meet new people, just like have new experiences. So.
Right. I love meeting new people. I love just trying new things, meet new people, just new experiences that I could, you know, bring with me wherever I go in life. You know, I always look back on stuff like that, so that's pretty dope.
Exactly.
Okay, this is where we get into the tough stuff. What is the most challenging part about what you do?
I would say the most challenging part is just being consistent with, you know, the other things that I do. So it's just trying to balance everything, kind of, and, you know, just dealing with, you know, some people that don't respect you or try to demean you, stuff like that. That doesn't really bug me as much as it first did when I first started, because I feel like I've built up my resilience in a way, so that whatever somebody else thinks doesn't, you know, matter to me. So I'd say that's probably the most challenging part.
Okay. So what's some advice you would give a newcomer, somebody fresh on the scene, somebody told them they got pretty feet, they start a page, what's some advice you would give them?
I would say make connections. I'm like, but in any industry or anything, like, it's all about who you know. So, you know, make genuine connections. Like, that's what I do in my solar business. That's what I do, you know, in this. Like, you know, keep those connections strong and be consistent. Again, like, you have to be consistent to be able to, you know, build anything up. So I would suggest that, and just be creative and like authentic with your content, because I think people just want to know like who you are, like what sets you apart.
Right, because I feel like it's a million people. There's probably a million people with pretty feet, but like, why are your pretty feet different? What about you stands out? Right, why should I want a session with you? Why should I want to buy your content?
Exactly.
What sets you apart? And everybody is unique in their own way, and that's how they set themselves apart. So I'm glad you said that. That's actually a pretty good one.
Experience. I'm like, when someone's meeting with you, I'm like, create your experience.
Right,
so they want to meet with you again.
So they will only want your experience if they get any. Okay, so that was actually some really good advice. I'm glad you said that. Now, this is strictly for the fans. I'm going to ask you 3 faves, and you got 2 seconds to answer them. You ready?
2 seconds?
Yeah.
Damn.
Favorite song?
Oh my God. Come on. Okay. Favorite song. Okay.
I know you got one.
It's just, I need like, I'm a Gemini. I need like top 3.
Wow, I'm a Gemini too.
Are you? So yes. That's why you know I can't choose one.
That's why it makes it so funny. As you can see, she don't have one favorite song.
Let me try. My Sherry. That's the one. Yes. Okay. You get a couple points. It was a little late. Okay, bro, bam, like, you ready? I know it's like you showed me the question and I'm like still like, I can't believe you're asking me for one.
Right. You ready for this next one?
Okay.
Bam, fave ice cream.
Oh my God, you guys are gonna fucking clown me, but it's vanilla.
Vanilla? All that creativity, all that just...
I don't like, so this thing, you guys can get some insight. I don't like dessert. Like,
I wish y'all could see my face on that.
I can kind of see your face. So I don't know. I'm just like, I'm more of like a savory person. Like I like savory food more than I like sweet food.
She's a Sour Patch Kid.
And that's what somebody said. So one of my friends said the funniest shit. He was like, when I told him that, he was like, "Oh, so you're a salty bitch."
I'm a salty, yeah. Hey.
But I do like salty more than I like sweet. So I was like,
alright.
Damn.
So that's 2 strikes, y'all.
Sorry.
We gonna give her one more chance. Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
Favorite throwback movie?
Love and Basketball.
Oh, you a Gemini. I can just tell.
That? Why does that make me a
and that's
Gemini?
crazy how the universe dinged as soon as you said that. That's one of my favorite movies too. That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh, that's in my top 3. So
I mean, right?
Maybe you might have been reading my profile or something, y'all. She might not be being honest. I think she read my stuff and she just answering what I would have said. Well,
why do all the Geminis like just like the same shit? That's crazy.
Because we the same person.
Well, you're not wrong.
Alright. Let's get her. Let's get her back on track. Those was kind of tough, y'all. So, I always ask this because I want new people to know. You know, I always want you guys to give them advice, but I also want them to know what are the pros and cons of being in this industry.
Okay. Pros, I would say, I feel like you start giving less of a fuck about what people think about you.
Yes. Yes, talk your shit.
You kind of have to. Like, you lose all of that, like, oh, you're supposed to be this, you're supposed to do that. Like, who gives a fuck? I'm like, if they're not paying your bills, like, why do you care what they
right,
think?
if they're not subscribing, tipping, you know, giving everything out their wallet, why does it matter?
Don't give a fuck. Don't give one single fuck at all. And another pro, I would say it makes you more like, even if you're not trying to be a dom, which I am, that's what I'm trying to do, it makes you more dominant anyways, like to just learn how to be direct and tell people like, hey, this is what it is, this is what I'm doing, if you don't want to do it, peace. Like that made me more, that helped me in my, you know, just personal and my professional life to be just more like that and just be more like straight to the point. And that helps, you know, because I'm in sales. So I'm like, it definitely helped in that area. I have a few more pros, but I'm gonna go to the cons and then I'll go back. Cons, I would say, I mean, you definitely have to grind a little bit more than just if you were in a regular job. Like, because in a regular job, you know, you just show up, do what you're supposed to do, go home, and you know you're gonna get that check at the end of the week. But with this, I'm like, you have to get after it. Like, it's not easy. So that's, I guess, what I would say is the cons. So I'm like, it's not easy. But to me, I guess I feel like that's not really a con, because I'm like, it makes you tougher and more resilient in life. And
if
like,
you're a hustler, this is probably the best thing for you.
Exactly. I'm like, you have to kill what you eat. And I'm like, it's the best way to do that, or it's better to be that way in this life, because it seems easier to just have a job and have like security. But I'm like, with inflation, and if you look into things and how the way things are going, I'm like, there ain't no security. There ain't no security. So I'm like, it's better to work for yourself and, you know, have to kill what you eat and be able to go after like the things that you want and need and get it yourself, and not have to report back to somebody and have somebody, you know, telling you what time you need to go somewhere, what time you can take a shit, what time you can eat. Like, that's not any way for us to live. So, right,
you're almost living like an animal. That's crazy. Pretty much
like a slave. Sorry, I mean, it doesn't, it's not like, you know, the slavery that used to happen. But if you think about it, it's a little bit similar. Like, you don't have any control over your time. And then I'll go back to that. That goes back to the pro. You control your time. You control, you know, your life, and that's the way that, you know, we are supposed to live. So.
That's good to know. I'm glad you said that, man, because I want people to take control of their life. I want people to actually live and enjoy life, and it starts sometimes with you, you know, being your own boss. It starts with you becoming a hustler and working for your own, something that you could call your own, that you own, that nobody can take away from you, because it's from you, it's you, you know. So exactly, that's actually some pretty good pros and cons, and just a little advice piece in there that I think a lot of people who are new to this need to pick up.
Absolutely.
Now, I ask everybody this. I'm gonna ask you this. How is it dating while in this line of work?
Well, luckily, I got blessed with a man who actually encourages and helps me and wants me to do this. So I think I got really lucky, because I think a lot of guys would not be okay with this.
Or they say they are, but then
they're still insecure and not really like, you know, like feeling it. So I think that it's worked out great for me, to be honest.
Pretty good. So does your partner have a fetish?
Yes.
Okay, that sounds fun. Like, I would love if my partner had a fetish and I was in that fetish. Like, exactly. What? Like, I would create so many fantasies for my partner. That would be like phenomenal.
Yeah, it makes it fun, honestly.
Right,
like yeah, no, he loves my feet. That's how we fucking came together. So. Right.
Look at that, feet bringing the hearts together, and
I did not expect this when I first started this page. To be honest, I did not expect to find a life partner out of this shit. So I'm very glad that I did it.
Okay, that's pretty fucking dope, man. You find love in the foot fetish community. I hope I could do the same, because I be seeing some pretty feet. I just want a beautiful person to be attached to them that I can just enjoy the rest of my life with. That would be amazing.
A beautiful soul, yeah.
Okay, what are your favorite foods? And would you do a video with them, with your feet?
Ooh, you just gave me some ideas.
Exactly. And I already gave you a cool name and everything. Like, I told you I'd be on it.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so I love Italian food. I love soul food.
Ooh, talk to me.
Catfish. Nigga. Don't even.
Here.
I've been trying
bring
to
catfish to that next session.
I don't know if catfish is too sexy, but I'm sure there's some way you could, try to incorporate.
Come on, man. Imagine some French tip toes stepping on some catfish. I know.
I don't think anybody's ever done that, so maybe
maybe
I should be the first.
I'm giving you gold today. Like, I'm giving you all this gold today. You better use it.
You are. I don't know. I'm like, maybe some greens, like stepping in some greens. That might be cool.
That might be interesting.
I'm like, that might be interesting. I also like Mexican food. Like, I love cilantros and limes. Oh God. I'm like, I can't, like, when I go somewhere and I order Mexican food, I'm like, I need extra limes, ma'am. And then they bring like 4 limes, and I'm like, no, ma'am.
Well, I said 20 limes.
Extra limes.
What is this? I hate when I go to the truck, they give me 2 limes. I'm like, well, I got 12 tacos.
Nigga,
what you thought I was gonna do?
Right. What am I supposed to do with that? And I told you extra limes, but the thing that I hate the most is I'm like, and I'm not judging anybody, but when I ask for limes and then they give me lemons.
That's disgusting. But
what the fuck? What the fuck?
People like that, they probably serial killers. So you eat lemon on your tacos and stuff. I mean, if it's a last resort, you need that zestiness, but I'm gonna tell you.
But I've learned, because I had a Mexican roommate, that it's like interchangeable or something. Because I asked him, I'm like, yo, can you get me some limes or like something like that? And then he brought me back lemons, and I was like,
I feel like,
what the fuck?
y'all should have started off that way, like either or, because then if I would have started in the beginning like that, then I would have been like, oh, well, yeah, they are interchangeable. Don't wait till I'm 15 years in to be like, oh, yeah, you can use lemons too. Nah, nigga, don't taste the same.
No. I'm like, this does not taste the same.
This ain't the same zesty that I like on my taco.
Like, bro, oh my God, I can't tell you how many times that's happened. I came home and then I discovered that they actually gave me lemons. I'm so hot.
Yeah, see. I'm taking mine right back to him like, hey, y'all, you damn near got to remake the whole order, because now it ain't hitting the same. It ain't as warm, nothing like.
No, right. Like, I need new food now.
Right.
At this point. So, I think I said Mexican, Italian, so I recently have discovered I really like Indian food. There's a lot of Indian food.
Could never get into it, but
me either.
Maybe you can show me one day.
No, I got you. They make butter chicken. Nigga.
That sounds good, actually. Butter chicken. I never even thought to put the two together.
Chicken, and it's not what you think it is. It has like a orangey sauce and shit. I'm like, I never liked any food until I moved here. And there's a lot of like Indian restaurants and stuff around here, and I tried them. Niggas, Indian food be fire as fuck.
I'm gonna have to try that. I gotta give it another try. I just gotta go to the right place and try the right thing, and then it, open my palate a little bit with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna go get Indian food, y'all. We're gonna do another part 2 video, and we're gonna see if I like it or not.
I could put my feet in some Indian food.
I'm giving you gold today. I'm trying to tell you.
Everything. No, that's actually kind of hot, because I'm like, their food is interesting looking already.
Right.
If I step in some Indian food, nigga, it's over.
That's crazy.
I ain't never seen nobody do that.
That's crazy. We're gonna put that together.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so we towards the end, so I want to ask you this, because I love knowing, like, I want to get deeper with people, and just know, like, what are people. Be careful. See, let me tell y'all something.
Gotta be careful.
She got them toes so oiled and juicy looking that she could barely
slipping and sliding there.
She could barely keep them there because they slipping and sliding everywhere.
They just need a little massage, that's all.
I got you. It's all right. It's good. I got you. You see how I inserted myself in there, y'all? See, that's, you see? But, okay. I do want to know, what are you passionate about? Like, what's something that you just love to do? You can never stop doing it. If they took that out of the world, they might as well take you with it.
Oh, wow. Dancing.
Dancing.
Sure. Yeah.
Is there a certain, like, style of dancing, or just in general, you just like...
I don't even know how to describe, like, my style of dancing. It's like... It's damn near like dancing to a genre. I would say like similar to what like Beyonce or like drag queens do, minus the like death drops. So it's more,
yeah, because I done seen a few videos and I'll be like, are they okay? And then they pop right back up.
I don't know how anyone does a death drop. I love watching it, but it also terrifies me because I'm like, how...
Your back don't hurt?
Right, I'm like,
your knee don't hurt? You didn't hit your head?
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I just saw your head bounce up off the fucking ground.
Let me tell you, I went to a drag show and it was interesting, it was exciting. You know, because I always like trying different stuff just to say I did it. You know, I ain't into drag or no stuff like that. But like, it was so exciting. They were all like hella energetic. And people was flipping and dropping. I was like, bro, I know they're sore because I'm sore watching them. Like,
right.
That's crazy.
I don't understand the physics of it, to be honest. I don't get how that works. But it's very exciting to see. So I guess it would be more like, I don't want to say like burlesque, but it's like a more like sexy, just like twerking kind of like, I don't know, just like in the club, like having fun type of like dancing, I guess.
I see, you definitely are a vibe. I can see that energy.
Oh yes, people love me in the club, honey.
Right.
Like, I be making all types of friends. Everybody just flocks. I'm like, hi, how you doing? What's up?
Okay.
Especially in the gay club.
I stay going to the gay club. Why? Because they be like, oh, you fun. They be like, I'm gonna buy you a drink. I be like, man, y'all get me drunk, just don't try nothing with me.
Right.
I'll take any drink.
Actually,
I'm telling you.
You would get hella drinks in the
They buy me drinks all the time. I come in my best looking outfits that I know they gonna be looking.
Bust down.
And then I'm getting all the drinks I can get, and I'm getting the expensive shots.
Hell yeah.
Because I'm not cheap.
Right. And you gonna know.
Right, you gonna know. I was here. Okay, I'm getting to the fan side of the questions. We're gonna end it off with a couple fan questions. Number 1, soles or toes?
Like, do I like them
Which one?
worshipped more, or like, do I like how they look more?
Which one do you like the most? Which one do you like worshipped more? You tell us.
I think toes, for how like they look. Like,
I'm a toes person.
Yeah, I'm like, I like to see the toes more. Worshipped, I actually really like my heels.
I hear that a lot, actually. That's crazy. I've been hearing that a lot.
When you bite them, that shit is fire. That shit, like,
fellas, you heard that. I'm giving y'all, I be giving y'all all the cheat codes, and I swear y'all don't be using them. That is crazy.
There's something about them heels, I'm like.
Right, just a little nibble. See, I know. They don't
like
be knowing.
Not just
you like
nibble.
it.
I like you like get
a little, okay.
Yes.
Fellas, wink, wink. Y'all better, next time you get a session, you know exactly what to do.
Exactly. Like you trying.
I be trying to give them the game. That's the problem. They don't be listening. That's acting funny. So, what do you think your best feature is? Right, okay. She thinking. That's that Gemini thinking face.
Gemini thinking face. I mean, is your face a whole feature, or like features on my face?
It could be, you could say your face, you could say your left toe, you could say your smile, your nose, your arms, your legs.
Okay, well, and I'm going to say my face.
Your face?
Yes.
Yeah, I want y'all to see her face because she pretty. And she got that smile, the little dimples or whatever. Like, okay.
Smile might be a close second because it's a pretty nice smile.
Right, you actually got really nice teeth and a nice show on my teeth smile. I like that actually a lot.
Yes, I'm like, luckily I do have, you know, pretty nice teeth, so I can show all of them.
Okay. So, somebody told me on a few of my videos where this is the last question, that's why I'm going to tell you the backstory. Somebody told me in a few comments on my last videos with foot models in the foot fetish industry to see what the model's favorite toe was. So, I think that's a pretty interesting question. So, what is your favorite toe? She's looking at her toes
I know,
right
I'm like,
now.
I've never actually thought about that. Oh, well, there you go.
Well,
I'm trying to get rid of the bug, but...
Right, the bug's really hating on us, you guys.
I know, I'm like, they must want a piece of these toes too. I'm like, yeah, chill, bro. Yeah, my big toe.
The big toe?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going with the big toe.
She gonna go with the big toe. Now, I know a lot of big toe fans, but when I do my polls sometimes on Twitter, you know, I get some of the people, they like the middle toe. They like how the rings look on those toes. I feel like most people who get toe rings get them on those middle toes, never on like the pinky or the big toe. So I think they like how that looks.
Okay, fair enough.
I get some people who like the pinky. Some people just like nail beds, so every toe is their favorite thing.
Yeah, I was like, I've never actually gotten a specific toe, you know, interest. But hey, they all look good to me. So.
Right. Because when you just so happen to put them all together,
they look like, you know.
You got something.
Right.
Oh, but I just want to thank you. You are amazing. We had to put this interview together in the wild. It wasn't the easiest thing to do. We love you. We appreciate you. We're glad that you're back. We don't care what name you go under. We're going to follow you. We're going to support. We're going to worship you. We're going to rub them feet if that's what you want. We're going to make it happen. Just thank you for doing this interview. People,
thank you.
Thanks. I appreciate you even thanking me. But people don't get a chance to get to know, you know, their favorite people in these industries. And just with these interviews, I'm glad that I get to show people who you guys are behind, you know, the videos, behind the content. They get to see who you guys are as people and really get to cherish you guys a lot more because they see who's connected to the toes, who's connected to the eyes, the lips, the legs that they love so much or that they love seeing in this content. So definitely, you always been dropping fire content. I can't wait to see what you come up with next or what we come up with next. Until next time,
Excited.
we
Love you
are,
guys.
and we're out.